In the summer of 1999, a single fax from London sent shockwaves through the National Football League. It wasn't a trade announcement or a new contract, it was Barry Sanders, the most electrifying running back of his generation, declaring his immediate retirement. At just 30 years old, at the zenith of a Hall of Fame career, Sanders was walking away. He was healthy, seemingly at the top of his game, and, most astoundingly, just 1,457 yards short of breaking Walter Payton's all-time rushing record. The news was met with disbelief, igniting a mystery that has endured for decades. To understand the magnitude of his departure, one must first grasp the sheer brilliance of Barry Sanders. He wasn't just a running back, he was an artist of evasion. With lightning-quick cuts, a low center of gravity, and an uncanny ability to change direction without losing speed, Sanders turned every run into a ballet of unpredictability. Defenders would swarm, only to grasp at air as he ghosted past, often reversing field multiple times before bursting through a non-existent hole. His style was unique, thrilling, and utterly captivating, cementing his place as a fan favorite across the league. By the end of the 1998 season, Sanders had amassed 15,269 career rushing yards, placing him second only to the legendary Walter Payton's 16,726. The gap was just 1,457 yards, a figure well within reach for a player who had just recorded his fourth 500-plus yard season. The next season was poised to be historic. The narrative was set: Barry Sanders, the humble superstar, would claim his place atop the NFL's rushing pantheon, etching his name into immortality. The anticipation was palpable, a countdown to destiny that every football fan eagerly awaited. Sanders' career was a testament to consistent, awe-inspiring greatness. He broke the 1,000-yard rushing mark in all 10 of his NFL seasons, a feat unmatched in league history. He earned the NFL's Most Valuable Player award in 1997, sharing it with Brett Favre, after rushing for an incredible 2,053 yards. He was a four-time NFL rushing champion, made 10 Pro Bowls, and was selected first-team All-Pro 6 times. His accolades painted the picture of a player at the absolute peak of his athletic powers, making his decision to retire even more perplexing and heartbreaking for fans. While Barry Sanders consistently defied gravity and opponents, the physical toll of being an NFL running back is immense. Each carry is a collision, a test of will and body against violent force. Sanders, despite his evasive style, absorbed countless hits throughout his career. Although he wasn't often injured, the cumulative impact of 10 punishing seasons could wear down even the most resilient athlete. The constant pain, the rigorous training, and the mental grind of the professional game extract a heavy price, often pushing players to reconsider their future long before their skills diminish. A significant, yet often understated, factor in Sanders' career was the consistent mediocrity of his Detroit Lions teams. Despite his individual brilliance, the Lions struggled to consistently contend for championships. In his 10 seasons, they reached the playoffs 5 times but never advanced beyond the NFC Championship game, which they lost decisively in 1991. For a player driven by competitive fire, the constant cycle of personal excellence overshadowed by team futility must have been profoundly frustrating. The burden of carrying a franchise, year after year, began to weigh heavily. As the years went by, whispers emerged about Sanders' growing discontent. He was a man of few words, preferring to let his play do the talking. Yet, behind the scenes, it's plausible that the grind of the NFL without the ultimate reward of a Super Bowl became less appealing. The personal sacrifice of relentless training and game preparation felt different when it didn't translate into meaningful team success. For a player who valued humility and team contribution over individual glory, the constant spotlight on his incredible stats and losing efforts likely grew wearisome. The offseason preceding the 1999 season was critical. The Lions had just come off a 5-11 season. While Sanders himself had still put up a stellar 1,491 rushing yards, the team's direction seemed uncertain. It's believed that Sanders presented the Lions management with a quiet ultimatum: either the team would commit to significant improvements, particularly on the offensive line, or he would consider his future. Without a clear path to championship contention, the drive to push his body through another grueling season, merely to chase a record, may have simply evaporated. From London, where he was on vacation, Barry Sanders sent the infamous fax to the Detroit Lions and the Associated Press on July 27, 1999. His statement was brief, succinct, and characteristic of his humble nature, yet devastating in its impact. He wrote, "The reason I am retiring is simple. My desire to play the game is not there anymore." He thanked his teammates, coaches, and fans, and expressed gratitude for his career. There was no elaborate farewell tour, no lengthy press conference, just a quiet, definitive end to one of the most brilliant careers in sports history. The immediate reaction was one of universal shock and disbelief. Fans, teammates, and sports analysts alike struggled to comprehend how a player of Sanders' caliber, so close to the ultimate individual achievement, could simply walk away. Many speculated about injuries he hadn't disclosed, conflicts with management, or even early-onset concussions. His retirement was often compared to Michael Jordan's first departure from basketball, but unlike Jordan, Sanders had no new sport to transition to. He simply opted out of the spotlight, leaving an unfillable void in the hearts of football fans. Sanders' retirement also brought significant financial complications. He had recently signed a lucrative 6-year, $35.4 million contract extension, which included a $11 million signing bonus. Upon his retirement, the Lions demanded he repay $5.5 million of that bonus, claiming breach of contract. This led to a contentious legal dispute that lasted for months, casting a shadow over his dignified exit. Eventually, a settlement was reached, with Sanders repaying a portion of the bonus, but the dispute highlighted the stark business realities of professional sports, even for its most beloved figures. After the initial storm subsided, Barry Sanders retreated from the relentless glare of the NFL spotlight. Unlike many retired athletes who transition into broadcasting or coaching, Sanders chose a deliberately private life. He became a devoted family man, focusing on raising his 4 children. His desire for normalcy, for a life where he wasn't constantly defined by his athletic prowess, was a refreshing and perhaps surprising choice for a man who had been a living legend for a decade. This commitment to privacy became a cornerstone of his post-NFL identity. While out of the football spotlight, Sanders certainly didn't disappear. He quietly transitioned into the world of private business. His ventures have included real estate, franchising, and various investments. With his characteristic humility, he avoided grand announcements, preferring to build his post-football career with the same quiet determination he displayed on the field. This demonstrated a different kind of ambition, one focused on stability, growth, and providing for his family, rather than chasing the fleeting fame that sports could offer. Sanders' commitment to family is evident in the support he's given his children, particularly in their own athletic pursuits. His son, Barry J. Sanders, followed in his footsteps as a running back, playing at Stanford in Oklahoma State. Another son, Nicholas, also played college football. Barry Sanders, the father, became a quiet fixture at their games, offering guidance and encouragement without overshadowing their individual journeys. He instilled in them the values of hard work and sportsmanship, proving that a legacy is built not just with records, but with character and integrity passed through generations. Despite his peace with the decision, the mystery of why Barry Sanders retired so early continues to fascinate. Was it the physical toll, as running backs have notoriously short careers? Was it the frustration of the Lions' perennial struggles, where his brilliance rarely translated into team success? Did he simply lose the passion for the grind, unwilling to commit 100% if his heart wasn't fully in it? Or was it a combination of all these factors, coalescing into a singular, clear realization that his time in the NFL had come to an end, on his own terms? Over the years, Barry Sanders has occasionally spoken about his decision, though always with his characteristic brevity and humility. He maintains that he simply lost the desire to play, that the immense commitment required for another season wasn't something he could genuinely offer. He has consistently expressed a sense of peace with his choice, emphasizing that it allowed him to pursue other aspects of life he valued more. For Sanders, the pursuit of happiness and personal fulfillment outweighed the allure of another record or the roar of the crowd. Barry Sanders' legacy is not solely defined by the yards he gained, but also by the yards he left behind. His choice to walk away, to prioritize personal well-being and family over the pursuit of an arbitrary number, speaks volumes about his character. He showed that true greatness isn't just about what you achieve on the field, but how you live your life off it. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2004, a testament to a career that, though shorter than many, was arguably more brilliant per snap than almost any other. The legend of Barry Sanders, the Lion who walked away, continues to echo through the halls of NFL history. His electrifying runs remain highlights that defy belief, a constant reminder of what a single player can achieve. The 1,457 yards he left on the field are not a mark of failure, but a symbol of a choice, a testament to a man who, despite being on the cusp of eternal glory, chose a different path. And in that choice, Barry Sanders secured not just an athletic legacy, but a deeply personal one, forever defining immortality on his own terms.